I don't have a song this week because I had to work a lot. So I'm going to read a poem that I wrote. This is After Two Sisters and a Piano by Nilo, Cruz. I saw a play in which a lieutenant falls in love with the woman he is assigned to keep under house arrest. Her name is Maria Celia. It is Havana, 1991. During the fall of the Soviet Union, Russia is pulling out of Cuba, leaving behind the shape of control carved into the land, the gutted terrain then filling with pooled sun. He visits her house for weeks, tempts her with letters from her husband, that the ministry and his uniform grant him access to read, and not without smearing the ink with his breath as he drags his voice down the page. He plays the game carefully, knows how to draw her closer by reading each letter slowly, caresses her body with words written by her own husband, and then, after a few weeks, written by him. He wears the cloak of their marriage to grant himself access to her body. One night, he shows up drunk with a bottle of rum, pours the amber liquid shot after shot for Maria Celia and her sister, but mostly for himself. He sways, swaggers, tells stories of his youth, and at this part I wonder, what do you do when the abuser was once a child? Was once told that the sky was finite and to grab at it while it was still hot. The worst part of the play was that the lieutenant's tactics worked on me too. From the audience, muggy breath floating off my lips, practically gasping, I wanted him to touch her. I wanted their shadows to dance and become one, just like I have so many times before, waltzing with men who know how to guard the door, men who would like my body to be a sanctuary or a vessel or an endless mouth in which to store all of their prayers. By the end of the play, Maria Celia realizes, after watching the lieutenant yell at her sister, after witnessing his rum-tinged snarl, his fury thinking it can be tall, he doesn't love her. He is in the business of ownership. In the final dialogue, she does what is practically impossible. Identifies the swollen, ominous thing that passes as love and no longer lets it in the door, even though it is the very thing that holds the keys to her cell.